So in high school, you have a situation where, first of all, you're hearing this nice. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? You hear someone tell you he's just too nice. That situation is floating around. And then one day, a friend of yours rips your backpack. You got to sew the backpack up, and you decide to paint just too nice. Now, how long had that been? How long before hearing these people tell you these things and it's floating around that were you convinced, like, you know what, this could be my brand?
I think it was the moment of the backpack. Like, like you said, my homie was playing around. I was running. He grabbed my backpack. It ripped. Instead of throwing away a perfectly good backpack, I wanted to be artistic and creative, and I kind of sewed it back together, and then I painted on it. And I was like, I looked at it like, just too nice. Like, this is gonna be on my back. It's like your last name on your jersey.
Right.
So I walked around with just too nice. People started calling me just too nice. And I was like, you know what, this could be. When I realized it could be something is when I started getting it stitched into my hats.
Okay.
So back then you can go to Lids, you can get anything stitched in your hats. That was before like gangs started going and putting it. So they kind of stopped doing that. But back then you can get whatever you want stitched into your hat. So I would get just too nice stitched into all of my hats. People would be like, oh, I love that. Like, can I have one? And I was like, people are asking for something I just made up, I was like, so this could be something. I might as well start selling these,
Right.
So and then I got to college, and that's when I really started the brand.
And that's Okay. So while in college, you're applying for financial aid. You say you never get it, then all of a sudden it all hits at once, and boom, just too nice.
Yeah. So my auntie was like, you got to get financial aid, and me not knowing, I'm like, why do I need financial aid? Like, they give us checks every month. I'm gonna be good, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, but it's not enough. So I get to college and it's definitely not enough. There's things I want to do that this little check that they give you every month is just not covering. So I applied for financial aid. And for some reason, I'm like, maybe I did it wrong. So I keep checking on it. And I'm just like, you know what, forget it. And then, so we have we was on like a term system. So it was like 3 terms, fall, winter, and then like spring, summer. So spring, summer come around, and they tell me, come up to the office. I go up to the office, like, you have your financial aid came in. I said, my what? I forgot about it that time. So I take the check, I go home, and I open it, and it say $5,000.
Man, that's big money in college.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Back then, at least.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money for me. I never had that much money at one time. So like, obviously, I go to the mall and I buy a Mac computer off rip. I get the new Beats headphones. I get like 5 pair of shoes and 2 jackets.
He cashed out.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, all right, well, I got like 3 G's left. I'm not gonna keep buying stuff. I done made up for my whole life right now. You know what I'm saying? So I go home and I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to start Just Too Nice. So I just do my research, how to start a brand. People always ask, how you start a brand? It's like, I just Google the shit. When you really want to do it, you just Google some stuff. So I Googled it, how to start a brand. I looked up Corvallis Customs down the street. I ordered some blank hoodies off of Hanes.com. I had this girl help me make my logo, and then I got some crew necks made, put my logo on there. I called up a couple of the cheerleaders, had them come over, put the hoodies
the
on.
Women, y'all. The women.
Hey, you gotta get good.
They make it work.
You gotta get good with the women. Like, that's the key, So I called the cheerleaders over, a couple of them. I put the hoodies or the crew necks on them, take some pictures, post them on Facebook, and then boom, everybody's like, oh, I want one. And then that's what it. And then that's what started.
You know what? I believe I remember when it first hit the scene, it seemed like it was everywhere. I'm like, you got the collegiate athletes wearing it, of course, at that level. That's a big thing. So how did it feel to actually put the vision together and see people actually wearing your stuff, taking photos? How did it feel to be able to see it come to fruition?
It felt great, man, especially like certain people that you like look up to, like when I first got there as a freshman, it's like Marcus Wheaton is our star receiver. I got some hats made, and they had the Roman numeral 2 on it. Marcus Wheaton is number 2, and he sees me posted on Facebook. He DMs me, I need one. And I'm like, wow, something that I made up, you're saying you need, like I even want. I need that,
he needed,
So it felt good, man. It felt good to work on something, and then people appreciate it, and they appreciate it by, paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like people didn't want nothing for free. It was like how much it costs, I'll pay for it. So that felt really good. Just to have your vision, it's been in my head for a long time. So finally see it come from the mental realm to the physical was just an amazing feeling.
See, that's dope. The fact that you even followed your dream with that. Now you get pretty creative out here. And you got the bear right there. The bear is just perfect, y'all. I mean, you see the bear, he got the cool smirk on his face, got the glasses. Where did the bear come from?
You know what, man? I was always heavily influenced by characters.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, obviously we all like Mickey Mouse and you know all these different characters. But for some reason I started studying Hello Kitty.
Okay.
And not because I like Hello Kitty, just because I realized Hello Kitty was everywhere, and it's not an American company. Hello Kitty comes from Japan.
Right.
You know, so it was just like I was like, let me see how Hello Kitty became this huge brand. You know, so I started studying them, and then I started seeing the Hundred Bomb, and then obviously we all know who Mickey Mouse
that's
is.
iconic.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these iconic characters, and I was like, you know, obviously Nike and Adidas don't have a character. But I was like, I don't want to be like Nike and Adidas. I want to have a memorable character so that I can be as big as Walt Disney or as big as Hello Kitty one day. That was my vision. I told myself the Just Too Nice bear will one day be bigger than the Hello Kitty.
Yeah, and that's an iconic bear, man.
You know, so I met up with this girl that I went to junior high with, and she was doing all these kind of drawings on Facebook. So I hit her up like, hey, I have a brand that I just started and I would love to collaborate with you to make a character. And she was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, well, you know, we're from California. Our state animal, our state animal is a bear. So mind you, I had already drew some bears and they were just terrible. so I showed her what I came up with, just some like some reference. And she didn't look at none of that shit, you know. She came straight from the dome, and I only told her a few things. I said, you know, we're from California, so I want a bear. But the bear has to be cool. You know, he has to be a different type of bear, and he got to be confident. And then I said, and he has to be wearing the Just Too Nice hat. And that's all I told her. And I promise you, bro, on one shot, she sent me a picture of this paper with this bear on it.
That's crazy. That's a hard bear, and it's perfect because you probably drew the bear with the whole body and all that.
I drew.
Yeah, I know.
If I showed you the bears I drew, oh my God.
That's funny, but it's a process to get into what you want, and I swear that's the most perfect bear that it could have been.